Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So, basically, quick word. Um, I just recently found out that the Golden State Warriors had just traded for Brooklyn Nets guard Dennis Schroeder. And I'm not gonna lie, bro. I like what I see. I like what I see. I like it a lot. All right. Now, this is a 1 year thing because he's on an expiring contract. We traded him away for. Okay, let me just show y'all this real quick. All right, we're just gonna get into this. Okay. So the Golden State Warriors are finalizing a deal to acquire Brooklyn Nets point guard Dennis Schroeder for D'Anthony Melton. Sources told ESPN on Saturday. The Warriors are also receiving one second round pick for the Nets and sending three second round picks to Brooklyn in the deal. Okay, so really we just traded him for we just did a player swap, him and D'Anthony Melton. We're receiving one second round pick, but we're sending them three second round picks. Now I don't know when those second round picks are supposed to be, but that's just what it is. Now, here is a person. I'm about to do a reaction, a Warriors report reaction. This guy basically does like Golden State Warriors like update, reports and stuff like that. Daily Warriors is his YouTube channel. And so we're just going to do a little reaction to that. Normally, I'm doing reactions to game highlights. I know that's normally what I've been doing, but I gotta react. We gotta do a reaction to this, man. So without further ado, let's get into this reaction in three, two, one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're talking about the Dubs today. Absolute lease of a
Yes,
trade. I knew
sir.
the McRib was back. We know the McRib is back, but I didn't know you could get Dennis Schroeder for a McRib. So basically, the Golden State Warriors just received Dennis Schroeder and a second round pick in exchange for D'Anthony Melton and 3 seconds. So pretty much, you just gave away two second round picks for Dennis Schroeder and D'Anthony Melton obviously done for the season, unfortunately, which really sucks because in his limited playing time with Golden State Warriors, they looked absolutely phenomenal. But folks, this is a fleece. We all know this is a fleece. 31 years old. If you're wondering why the Brooklyn Nets didn't get a first round draft pick in exchange, I'm sure maybe if they held for a little bit longer, maybe they could have for a desperate team towards the deadline. Dennis Schroeder is on an expiring contract, so this is just a rental. And I absolutely love this for the Golden State Warriors. First off, Dennis Schroeder's having literally a career season. In 23 games, he's averaging 18.4 points, 3 rebounds, 6.6 assists, over a steal a game on 45.2% from the field and 38.7% from downtown. So quite literally a fleece. This is an
This is perfect. This is perfect. This is perfect. I wanted us to forget what everybody else is saying. We need size. No, we need another 3-point shooter. We need another 3-point shooter, ladies and gentlemen. We needed another 3-point shooter. And oh my God, 45% from the field, 38% from downtown. That's damn near almost 40%. And that's actually a little over above average in 3-point shooting. Because 3-point shooting average is like 34%. Like 34%, somewhere around there. 38.7% from downtown from three. That is above average. That is pretty dang good. That is pretty dang good. Yes. Yes. This is exactly what we needed. We needed another guy who can shoot from downtown from three. We know we got Steph. We know we got Buddy. We know that we sometimes we know that sometimes we got guys like Lindy Waters, but I want a guy who can be more consistent. And really, the only consistent guys we have are like Steph, Buddy, and that's really it. Andrew Wiggins, guys, Andrew Wiggins is not a shooter. I look at Andrew Wiggins as more of a slasher to me. Um, so can he shoot? Can he go off on a certain night? Heck yeah, he can. All right, but I look at him as more of a slasher though. But yes, man. Yes, this is exactly what we needed. This is exactly what we needed. All right. And now we play on Thursday. We got a few days to get him ready, get him into the system, get him into the feel of things and into our system and get him ready for the Grizzlies. Let's go.
Absolute stud. He's having a phenomenal season with Brooklyn. And I get it. The Nets aren't a good basketball team. Trust me, this is not good stats on a bad team. Or, like that's kind of like the joke. I don't know why Christian Wood just came to my mind with the Houston Rockets couple of seasons ago. But this is, Dennis Schroeder, right? We all know Dennis Schroeder. He's been all around the league. He's a super solid baller, high IQ. He's going to fit in perfectly. And I just love this trade. I'm going to break it down to you why. But before we do, hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily Dubs content. We haven't made a Warriors video in way too long. I apologize.
GP2.
Work just gets in the way. But anyways, like you said, hit the like button, hit that sub button for daily Dubs content. Golden State's currently 14-10. All right. Now they're on a little bit of a drought. They've lost 3 out of their last 10 basketball games, but they're currently 14th in scoring. They're actually the 6th best defense in the I almost said National Football League, in the NBA, but 14 in scoring, averaging 113.1 points per game. And here's the big thing. There's been a couple of big names on the trade deadline market recently. First off, like LeBron James, the Golden State's become a thing. Zion Williamson to
I keep on saying, bro, LeBron's not coming to the Warriors, bro. Like, stop doing that, guys. It's not that LeBron doesn't want to play with Steph. LeBron has said numerous times he would love to play with Steph Curry. It's that Steph Curry doesn't want to play with LeBron James. He doesn't want to take any chance of his legacy being tainted because of playing with the GOAT. He doesn't want that. He wants to continue to build his own legacy. And I can't blame him for that. He wants to be, the guy, for this franchise. We know about the little 3-year run, the little 3-year stretch that happened when KD came to the Warriors. But I don't feel like anybody felt the same way about KD the way they would feel about LeBron joining a team. All right. Now, did KD make it a super team? Hell yeah, he did. He made it a super team. Everybody wants to talk about how he joined a super team and whatever. Super teams this, super teams that. I've never played on a super team. I ain't never joined a super team. Bro, when he hopped on the Warriors, bro, he made it a super team. What are y'all talking about? He didn't join a super team. He made it a super team. But that's neither here nor there. I don't feel like anybody would felt about KD joining the Warriors, or at least I don't, the way LeBron, the greatest of all time, joining a team, bro. That almost like taints your legacy. Why do you think Kyrie wanted to leave? So nothing against LeBron. He's great. He's the best. But There's just certain superstar players that, don't want him, to play for their team because they don't want their legacy to get tarnished.
The Golden State just recently became a thing in the last couple of days. Jimmy Butler, the Heat look like they're down to trade away Jimmy Butler, but he's on, expiring contract. He's old. He doesn't even really shoot 3-pointers. It's going to be really hard for the Miami Heat to trade Jimmy Butler. But my point just is, when we've been talking about Warriors trades all season, because I think it's clear Golden State needs to be in a win now mode. And that's why Lauri Markkanen was a thing in the offseason. They need to go out there and get Steph Curry more help. It's not to say that the team is bad, but when you have young kids like TJD, B-Pod, JK even, who JK might not even be a Golden State Warrior in a couple of months. There's just too many. Moses Moody, these are all such really talented young players. And I'm sure post-Steph Curry Golden State could look to these guys to be the next hopeful Golden State Warriors dynasty. But at the end of the day, you still have Steph Curry, and Steph Curry is still doing Steph Curry things, playing at an MVP-esque level.
I can definitely see us, if we just get this deal done with Jonathan Kuminga during the offseason and don't let him go. Jonathan Kuminga can be he can be the future of the Golden State Warriors. He really can. I can see this team still being competitive, post Steph Curry with these young players like Jonathan Kuminga, B-Pod, TJD, and, stuff. But as far as, yeah, I don't see us, that's my hope. That's my hope that we can still be a championship squad. A championship squad even after Curry. But I can definitely see us being competitive. That's, of course, my hope that we could be a championship team, post Steph Curry. But I'm just saying where I'm at right now with these young guys, I can definitely see us being competitive.
23 points per game, 5 rebounds, 6.5 assists. I mean, it's Steph Curry. And so I just feel like Golden State, not that you have to mortgage your future and, all right, trade JK away, trade Kuminga, trade B-Pod, trade TJD, trade Moses Moody, go out there and acquire some talent. You don't need to make moves like that. You don't need to trade the whole ship. But what you can do is give away D'Anthony Melton and his contract and 3 second-round picks for a dude like Dennis Schroeder and a second-round pick as well. Literally, for the price of a McRib, the Golden State Warriors just acquired Dennis Schroeder. And I know for a fact they're not done. Me personally, I know Golden State is 14th in scoring, which is right around the middle of the NBA. I'm not concerned with their scoring. There's plenty of dudes who can score. I do miss a player like Jordan Poole, and I do think Dennis Schroeder can fill a role like that. But, Buddy Hield goes down for a couple of games. If he goes down...
I can see Dennis Schroeder being like a D'Lo when D'Lo was with us in 2019, 2020. I don't know if y'all know this, but remember when D'Lo in 2019 and 2020 averaged damn near 24 points a game that season? All right, he was balling with Golden State that one year that he was here, that he was with the Warriors, and in Steph Curry's absence, D'Lo was, he was thriving. He was doing really well. But yeah, he was averaging damn near 24 points a game in 2019, 2020. I can see Dennis Schroeder being that, or at least being around that.
Down for a couple of weeks. If Steph Curry has to go down for a couple of weeks, I don't feel great with my lead scorer, or who would have to become my lead scorer, being a guy like Jonathan Kuminga and Andrew Wiggins and all these other guys to just kind of pick up the slack. Dennis Schroeder is just such a high IQ player. Dudes love him. Teammates love him. Golden State's going to absolutely love him. And like I said, I don't think they're going to be done. And I know Golden State is still a very solid rebounding team. They are the second best rebounding team in the NBA. Last season, they were number one. They're technically 12th in the NBA in blocks. But I still want a more sturdy, solidified rim protector. Some player like Rudy Gobert. Obviously, they're not going to go out there and get Rudy Gobert. But I don't think personally.
I think they need to go out and try to see if they can trade for Claxton, in my opinion. You know, like that's who I feel like they need to that's what I feel like they need to do. They need to go after Claxton, bro. They need to get they need to get a big man like that, in my opinion.
Kevon Looney, Draymond Green, and TJD. I don't think that's going to be enough size to hopefully win another championship for Steph Curry and this Golden State Warriors organization. So I really like this move. As far as the big man I was just talking about, Thomas Bryant, I believe, just got picked up, just got traded. I'm not talking about a Thomas Bryant. I am talking about almost like a Clint Capella type of basketball player. That's what I'm looking for. But I do think in the short term and in the long run, Dennis Schroeder is absolutely perfect for this. The Brooklyn Nets are not a good basketball team this season. He spent it with Brooklyn last season and also the Toronto Raptors. He was with the Lakers the year before. He played a brief stint in Houston after he got traded from Boston. All in all, he's played on 7 different teams. This will be his 8th team in 12 years. 8th team in 12 years. So started all 23 games for Brooklyn this season. As we do know about Steve Kerr, and we also know about the Golden State Warriors' talent level, I'm really curious where this is going to work out in the rotation. I do not think this is a player you need to start on a night-in and night-out basis. I do think his fit with Steph will be very good. And even though he is a guard, he's a very good defensive player. All right, like we said, he's averaging over a steal per game. For example, in the last game, there was no Andrew Wiggins. They don't play, I believe, until tomorrow against Dallas. The last starting lineup the Golden State Warriors deployed in that game against the Houston Rockets was Gary Payton, Steph Curry, Buddy Hield, Jonathan Kuminga, and Draymond Green. And then a little bit deeper into the rotation, TJD, Looney, B-Pod, Lindy Waters, and then you saw a little bit of Pat Spencer and Kyle Anderson. But there's so much talent on this team. I don't know what Steve Kerr's going to do. I don't think Steve Kerr even knows what he's going to do. But my whole thing, my whole philosophy, my ethos here is just get Steph Curry as much help as possible. That's not a dig on any member of the Golden State Warriors basketball roster. That is just more of it's Steph Curry. You're 14-10. You're going to make the playoffs at this pace. The West is loaded. The NBA is loaded. But there's also a door open. There's also a door open for a championship here. This season
we're definitely I definitely can see us being like a top 6 team in the West this year, without a doubt. I definitely think we're gonna be in the top 6. We don't got to worry about playing in the play-in, all right? Because I know we're definitely going to be in the top 6. But you can think about being number 1, number 2, maybe even number 1, number 2, or at least number 3. You know, not that seeds really matter in the NBA. I mean, just give you a prime example of the last 2 years, bro, we've seen a team outside of the top 3 or 4 go to the NBA finals. So not that really seeds matter, but we definitely can definitely be better and start making a run.
To me, feels very similar.
I'm a winner. I love winning.
It just does. It always has since.
So I'm always trying to get better.
Everything that happened in the offseason. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit the like button, hit that sub button for daily Dubs content. But guys, most importantly, give me your thoughts on the Dennis Schroeder move down below. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
All right. Well, that's it. All right, guys. Well, there you have it. I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, I think he pretty much said all the analysis on the Dennis Schroeder, thing that needs to be said. Mind you, he does play point guard, and we already have Steph. Now, not to say we can't play two, not to say we can't have 2 point guards on the floor at the same time. I mean, remember when Jordan Poole was here? Jordan Poole was playing on the floor with Steph Curry at the same time. We literally had 2 point guards on the floor. It was crazy. So not to say we can't do anything like that, but he's definitely going to be like a rotational player, definitely going to be a player that we can um fill in there, give Steph a little bit of rest. I just love, the fact that I just love the execution and the thought process of all of this, an idea of we need to go get another shooter, all right, to help Steph Curry out. Now, getting a big man, Claxton, I mean, that that would be nice. That would be awesome. But I don't think that we necessarily have to get a big man. Like we've won championships without a big man. All right, I mean, you take away like the years with Zaza Pachulia. Um, we've won championships without a big man. So it's not to say people think that we need to get bullied by the fans and some of the people thinking that, oh, we need to get a big man, we need to get that and stuff. You look at everybody else in the league. We don't got to do it like everybody else in the league. Not everybody else has won 4 championships over the last 10 damn years like we've done. All right. So clearly our philosophy works. So we don't have to always get a big man. Like, do I want a big man? I mean, yeah, I want a big man. But do we need one? Do we need one more than we need a shooter? Me thinks not. Me thinks not. So that's pretty much my take on all of this. Dennis Schroeder, solid pickup. I think that definitely helps us. I was always thinking to myself, bro, we don't need to get a superstar. We don't need to get a superstar. We just need to get a player who can move the needle, and all we need is just to get a little bit better. I feel like we're so close. We needed that one move that could move the needle and give us that little bit of push, because, I really think we need to step up a little bit and step up our game with this. So that's all that needs to be said. This is Bates, the Great Reactor, and Dub Nation, baby. Dub Nation.